What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, Merry Christmas for starters to everyone out there. It's actually Christmas Eve, and just wanted to say that. Hope you guys all enjoy it with your families. And Merry Christmas to me would be you hitting that subscribe button right there. I would really, really appreciate that. So, how we're going to start today is we have some information on LeBron James, one of the biggest basketball players ever in existence. I say it's this guy. I wore this hat specifically to do this particular story because you never heard anything like this about this guy. This guy loved America. LeBron James for the past few years has been accused on several different occasions for being anti-American, which is kind of ironic. This guy came out of high school, completely skipped college, and started getting paid millions of dollars playing basketball in the NBA. How could you possibly be anti American? It is only in America that a young man could go and do what you did and make the kind of money that you are making at doing it, right? So it's a little bit of irony there. But I don't know if you guys remember the story of Brittany Griner, but she's a 6'9", women's NBA player that back in the day when she was playing back in 2014, they weren't making a lot of money, the women's NBA players. So in the off season, she was going over to Europe and playing in this Russian league over there, right? Just to make extra money, to make ends meet. Well, because of the war that was going on over there, Russia, Ukraine, they amped up security at the airport, and she ended up getting busted with a couple of cannabis filled vape pens. Now, she had a prescription for this in the United States, in her country. She had a prescription for this, right? But over there, she ended up getting caught with that and being sentenced to 9 years. 9 years in prison. Can you imagine that? Over a couple of cannabis cartridges that you actually have a legal prescription for back in your country. Either way, she served, I think it was 293 days of that. So she served close to an actual year in a Russian prison. And she talked about how horrible it was. She said that because she's 6'9" in a women's prison over there. So you can imagine, she said she felt like a zoo animal, that people would come and look through the peephole, and then she would hear the guards walking down the hall laughing, just the peeking in at her. And they ended up, the way she ended up coming home was they did a prison exchange. And I guess, we gave kind of a prisoner for a prisoner sort of thing. And while she was locked up, LeBron James had quite a lot to say about that. He made some sort of comment about, if I was her, I don't know if I'd want to come back to the country, because he felt like, United States should have gone in there immediately, pulled her out of there and whatever. And he caught a lot of flack from making those comments. And Ez Cantor, who's another NBA player, basically was like, if you hate the country so bad, if you hate the United States so bad, get out, sort of thing, right? And of course, LeBron never said that, but he's been known for making comments like that in the past. So that should kind of set up this story right here. So the way this story starts, and I never knew this was true. I never knew this was true, but it says right here that LeBron James. All right, so let me just read the quote first. He tried to kill me for real before Diddy scandal. LeBron James was accused of trafficking after a WNBA player went missing for 2 years. Let's read this. With the ongoing scandal surrounding Diddy, high profile figures from various avenues who have been close to the disgraced rapper are now under public scrutiny, with many speculating who might have been aware of his alleged crimes over the years. One such includes that of an NBA star, LeBron James, a known friend of Diddy, who has openly expressed his love for the rapper's parties and James previously faced serious accusations, including allegations of trafficking made by former NBA player Cappy Pondexter. When a former WNBA player accused LeBron James of trafficking, in July 2021, the former WNBA player Cappy Pondexter took to Instagram Live to make some shocking allegations against LeBron James, accusing him of trafficking her and stealing all of her money in a live stream which quickly spread across social media, Pondexter claimed. Okay, okay. All right, okay. I'm I'm going to show you a picture. Okay, first let me do that. Let me show you a picture of this Cappy Pondexter. Let's look and see if she looks like a psycho or looks crazy or whatever, right? Okay. We already know the pay discrepancy between NBA stars and WNBA stars. This has been a well known thing for quite a while, right? That men get paid quite a bit more, and this has way less to do with, the inequality between men and women as much as it does just more people watch the NBA than they do WNBA. And it's not me saying anything at all against women. It's just the way it is, And as soon as that gets turned around, and as soon as people start watching the WNBA as much as they do the NBA, and they start selling as much merch, they start getting the same television deals and streaming deals and all this other stuff, then the pay will turn around. That's just kind of the way it works. Supply, demand, basic economics here. So why would LeBron James, who obviously is worth quite a bit more money than Cappy Pondexter ever would have been, why would he traffic her and steal all of her money? As much money as he has, which is, I'm sure, more than her. Oh, man. And this is something she went live on Instagram with. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to this where I saw an article this morning saying that apparently LeBron James is fleeing the country. Okay. Fleeing the United States. Now, I've held for quite a while that I do believe that there may be some allegations being levied towards LeBron James in the background that we maybe don't know about yet. I mean, look at this situation with Jay Z. Now, by all reports, Jay Z and P Diddy were really not like close friends. The public and these prosecutors want to paint the picture that they were because they've had a couple. You see a couple of pictures with them together over all of the years that these two were rappers in the same era. You know how many songs they collaborated on together? One. One. Okay? And that's almost unheard of. So if they were like boys and were close, Jay Z and P. Diddy, then they would have definitely been on more than one song together, knowing that they both kind of ran the hip hop scene in their own rights for that many years, So they get a couple of pictures together at like, awards events and stuff like that, and all of a sudden now people think that they're like best buddies or whatever. We're seeing now and finding out now that's not true. I think the same thing with LeBron James. LeBron James made the comments that he made about ain't no party like a Diddy party, and of course that did not age well. That aged like sour milk, because now look what Diddy is being accused of, and look what his parties have become synonymous with, right? So I'm sure he wishes that he never said that. But to be fair, at the time that he said that, this was before Diddy ever got arrested, right? I mean, what kind of idiot would you have to be for P. Diddy to get arrested and be charged with racketeering and sex crimes and all that, then come out in public and say, ain't no party like a Diddy party? Obviously LeBron James didn't do that. This is something he said before all of the shit hit the fan for Diddy, right? But with all of that said, it's the same thing here. Now, I don't think anybody thinks that, obviously LeBron James did go to some of the parties, but my point that I was getting at a few minutes ago is if Jay-Z is now being dragged into some of these accusations, and it's now well known that he and P Diddy were not close. They were not good buddies or friends or anything like that. It would not shock me one bit whether he did anything wrong or not if he is not being extorted for some things behind the scenes. Jay-Z is. Jay-Z's being accused of stuff, and this is because these people are worth so much money. LeBron James is also worth so much money. Maybe it's true. Maybe this is some P. Diddy related shit. Maybe he is being accused of something major having to do with the trafficking or this and that and the third. Alex Jones falsely claims LeBron James fled the country.
Wednesday, while I was hiking up a mountain, and I hadn't been on my phone while I was in the backpack, but I kept and so I called the person back. They said, call me. And they said, it's confirmed that a bunch of the Hollywood people are actually leaving the country because of the investigations of P. Diddy, Epstein, the pedophile rings. And LeBron James just left last week and sold his condo in Florida to move to Europe and is connected to P. Diddy. Today, I'd forgotten about that. That's how much intel I get. This is a very good source. Today, I get another call by someone very close to me, very well known. They said, we don't care, go ahead and say it. He said, hey, LeBron James just sold his Florida condo 2 weeks ago and has left the country. And they got specifically, you can imagine how, that it's over P. Diddy. So, wow, I just broke that, sorry. But God wanted me to get that on air because I get so much stuff. And you're 4 miles up the side of a mountain. And I got to remember all the other stuff I got while I was off. I get so busy, I don't return a lot of these calls and stuff when I'm on a regular news cycle. I'm up here 12 hours a day, then working after that. Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff I learned too about Trump and everything else. Wow, is that not hardcore?
All right, so there you go. There's Alex Jones, the professed conspiracy theorist. I mean, I don't know if he's professed. I profess him as one. I've heard this guy before. I don't watch him, but why would you say something like that? Why would you break something like that to a massive public platform that you obviously have? Why would you break something like that? That LeBron James has sold his condo in Florida and that he's leaving and moving to Europe. And then that very same weekend, he's playing ball in LA. Oh man. So anyway, any reports that you may have heard that LeBron James is fleeing the United States, obviously that is not true. But I will say with that, it could be true. I still think that LeBron James may be being accused of some things related to the P Diddy scandal in the background. Okay, and whether he did anything wrong or not, we won't know. We won't know that yet. But whether he did or not, he could still be extorted for money because he is a very wealthy man. Okay, and these very wealthy people oftentimes do get extorted. But anyway, that's what I got. I'm going to go ahead and bounce. I got a lot of cleaning up, a lot of stuff to do for Christmas. Still got to wrap presents, the whole nine. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas. I hope you get everything that you want to get up under the Christmas tree. I will see you guys on the next one. All right, peace.